Alright, so on the note that I am not prepared, just found out that my latest export of my model doesn't include ARM, so I'm currently in the process of re-exporting it. So give me a moment to do that, because otherwise there is a missing arm. And honestly, it doesn't matter because I'm literally shoulder up. So you can't actually tell that the arm is missing because the shoulder then becomes in the view. So regardless, let me turn the arm. Where's the arm? You. Okay, arm is back there. Then I need to export this. Alright, anytime now, Live 3D, I really need to export this because I am not prepared. Also, it's gonna get really hot. Where's my fan? Alright, it's exporting. Let that roll for a moment. Alright, so regardless, we need maybe about there. Well, I don't have it loaded right now because it's an error. Well, not an error, but a mistake. So I just need to re-export it from Live 2D, which takes a while because exporting when you have errors running inside your thing is probably not a good idea. I should really fix that error. What do I actually need to copy back over? It's everything but the mock free, right? Not the CMO. Alright, let's do that, and then we'll go into here, here, here. That should have worked. Okay, arm is back. Right. And back in the corner I go. Like anyone would have cared that the arm was gone, I'm literally in the corner here with like shoulders barely showing. Okay, so now for realsies. We're going to be doing a better character design today. I'm gonna make this more wide. Because I do want to include a couple of... But I need to change canvas size. I'm gonna just... Actually, we're gonna reduce this down, and then we're gonna... No, we're gonna make this 2,000 by 1,000. Yeah, that works. Okay, so... in terms of the plans that I already have, we're going to go with something that resembles a fusion of the more traditional Chinese gowns and a bit of modern feel at the same time. So here we have yet more stuff from Blue Archive because I played the game too much. So these are the students from the very loosely Chinese themed school inside of the game, which is also a business and finance focused, I think was their general trend. So all of them basically, for the most part, wear some kind of China dress and then have either business appropriate clothes, like office clothes, or other more formal, neater clothes. We are gonna go with the more casual style that Kokona has here. She was the one that I did try drawing some art for quite a while back. And then, as another point of reference, here we have Genshin Impact, where while the Liu characters aren't particularly heavy on the traditional sense, the clothing is much more suitable for travel and movement, which generally means that they don't look as ridiculously formal, and they have a lot more loose ends, or bits that just won't be so tightly strung together. So I like to bring in... I think this is also interesting, kind of, anyway. Not a style with sneakers or very casual modern style on top of a China dress. You can see the China dress split and poking out underneath, where it's quite literally just your standard red China dress, and then there is a jacket over the top of it. Very casually worn. You can see here that on top of the black parts of the China dress, there is a equally black jacket that's actually worn over the top of it, which is where the sleeves come from. The actual dress itself does not have sleeves. You can see the slit where the parts at the hips splits, and then you actually have a skirt underneath. And I believe it was, what, Hu Tao. The other choice for when you don't want the leg split to reveal too much leg is spats. Not shorts, because shorts are not tight enough fitting to show off the thighs, but spats, where you can also show off a little bit of shape of the butt. If we really zoom in here, you can see that there are lines and shadings that really indicate where it splits from the butt to the thigh, and people think that's important, so we shall also be taking that as a note of reference. But first up, we are going to go with just, I think, probably... How are you doing? Cheers, eh? Probably go with 7 tall... Well, honestly, my style is better if I do a squishier head, so probably go with a squishier head. Boy, hold on. How do I make this fit the screen? Not like this. What's this? That actually makes 100%. Oh, whatever. I can work with this. Oh, well, my model is still about 90% in terms of actual completion, in terms of the basic movements, because all the physics is still not in. All of the jacket physics, for the most part, are in now, so it's largely missing the leg motion at the bottom, which you can't see, some jacket motion at the bottom, which you can't see, and other... what else is missing? Yeah, it's just 2 bits of movements that you can't see. Even though I think my lean in, lean out motion isn't actually very clear. Actually, let me just check this again. Where is my lean out in motion? Inward lean... outward lean. Okay, I'm just gonna reduce this range a little bit. Do I do 1-to-1? I feel like 1-to-1 makes this really freak out. Or makes me really bouncy. Because suddenly it tries to pull me in and out too aggressively. Because apparently I'm always standing at -1. Let me make this -2 to 1, maybe. Lean out. Lean in. That kind of works. How about 2-to-2? 2-to-2 might work. It still says I'm standing permanently at 2 for some reason. By default... well, let me just calibrate this again. See what that does to it. Nope, it still says I'm standing at like -2-ish. Which is really awkward. Does it want me to stand further back or something? We're just not going to think about it too hard. Oh yeah, and breathing's not in yet. I keep forgetting about that, but breathing's not in. So, in terms of what we want to work with here, I think... going to direct a character. Just gonna draw a quick mannequin in terms of let's go a little. I'm just not very good at having a wide body, so you know what? Probably shouldn't try to force a wide body. I'm also actually worse at drawing at this angle. Because my wrist doesn't work this way. Let's just say that. Bring the... The real question is, how big should the breast be? Because that is now become a requirement of all character design, apparently. Oh, regardless, I am not good at doing the very large size, so we're not going to try and do the very large size because that's probably going to employ for me. We'll go. I really should focus on drawing things about using the 10,000 different guidelines to draw. I think I can still get through all the stuff that needs to be done at the very least, even if I do this, so... Let's go... That's not where that link has to start. The link has to start over here. Why did I turn the body straight away? That's not ever a good way to start. And we're just going to give ourselves a little bit more space here so that we can have the ridiculously long legs of everyone's favorite anime characters, where the calves make up about a quarter of the body height. And we're going to... Let's go... Like slowly reducing the overall size on the canvas here. Let's go about here. Oh, you know, I'm gonna bring you out a bit. Should be about here. Am I off the canvas? God dang it. I really should just resize the canvas, but I kind of want to keep it at a reasonable size where it won't suddenly take 10 years to load if I need to load it up again. Okay, about... Reasonably tall? Yeah. One... What kind of height am I doing here? 1, 2... Yeah, that's about right, I think. Just looking at a head to body proportions right now. You know, one of the main things that I read growing up was Captain Tsubasa, which had the most questionable head-to-body ratios in manga history. Looking at bodies is actually a little bit more difficult than it should be. Thumb on the inside. we're just going to very quickly put something that resembles a hand at the end of that cylinder, which is supposed to be an arm. Doing this without doing any kind of guidelines, so if it ends up resembling a hand, I'm calling that a win. Something that resembles... that is so bad. I should at least, like, actually flip it out towards the, body a bit more. Oh, whatever. The frame is good enough for now. What we're actually concerned about is more of the actual outfit. Deciding if I want to work in... Well, usually what you end up with shoes or sneakers is something like this. But there's also the choice of something like this, where the laces are on the top, but I don't have to draw the ridiculous squiggle of laces later. And that is the main bit I end up complaining about. I just don't know how often sneakers look like that. Let me just look at some sneakers. Actually, is it possible to go to Google and say laceless sneakers? Oh my god, there's laceless sneakers. Well, actually, I knew that, but I just didn't know how common they were. Why has not this has not been introduced to me ever? Why? Why is this not more commonplace in the world? Who the fuck has time for shoelaces? This should be the norm. Why is this not the norm? Today's gonna be a lot about me complaining about shoelaces. It's gonna be great. Let me just... So, for the most part, I think we're gonna go with these kind of very standard dresses, which have the top part that's like close cut to the shoulders, or not the shoulders, but the neck, to the armpit. Or that style anyway that really exposes the shoulders. Let's just go like that, go like that. So looking generally for something that's like... not like that, but more like that. And this goes around the neck. This needs to work like deep really, because the front of the body is actually like here, while the back of the body is like here. Do we want the open neck area? Or do we want to just open up the cleavage area instead? Because people go wild over that. And it's still the question of spats or no spats. This is more like the overcoat is the trying to more. Let me just bring up where's history? This? No. This? No. I'll find it eventually. No. What the fuck? Alright, let me just go through here, go into here, go to here. Here, not here. By you, and then you. And then here, and then... We also have the head of the business department of Kisaki, where you can see it's just your standard China dress into one of those more formal, fancy, well, not fancy, but neat business suits, or it's business coats. And then the shoes. I don't know what those shoes are called. I should probably look that up at some point. It's like the fusion. I mean, it's pretty much Men in Black, but with a China dress underneath. I mean, look at those gloves and the gun. Well, everyone's got a gun in this game, but let's go, you know what, let us open this up over the cleavage area. So this needs to go right over the top of... Where's this actually join in? Does it join in like... Because this comes in from the neck. So we're going to go like right here. This is going to go right... Join in, yeah, let's join this in right on top of the cleavage. Which is a little redundant for how I usually do characters, because honestly I don't do giant chests, but we're still going to go ahead and do that. How do the front of these go? Is any of them wearing it in a way where I can see the front? It's usually the bit that's crossing through, right? The bit where it's basically sewn together, not like hers, but I think if I look for... where is... Action? Should have one that's pretty good. Or at least a pretty good front shot. You. There's also a mini version for it, which is a different pose, which might also work. But... Wait, no, this is very different. If we want to very much explode his cleavage, we can do this. I've never seen a China dress like that, but what do I know? I mean, the top looks more like the standard of a, one of those, like, ball gowns. Yeah, like a dress at the bottom. I think the bit we want is the... Alright, let me just actually look this up. Where's Pinterest? I think after looking this up a good number of times, I'd actually remember what this looked like. Okay, I think this is a good representation of what could be used here. Where the general connected part, there's like two bits of cloth folded over each other and then it's connected on the side. And usually you'll hide it with some kind of pattern. But I think for the most part, for our purposes, we can kind of just hide that underneath some kind of modern clothing. Or we could go with the more, actually not too sure what types this is. She's got the more standard one where it's like at the top. So does that mean I should actually have this come over the top of the breast and then fold over into the side, which then goes into the split at the hips, like so. So this will go over the breasts, tight to the body, and then it will split over the hip right here, and then we can have, you know what, let's do this like short style at the front and have the longer part coming through the back here. So where would this actually go? This will be like, this will be like right here. So have like the comparatively longer piece at the back. We can have these like kind of like longer. I mean, hers is just short. So just so you can expose a huge amount of thigh. And hers is thin, but she's also got a skirt on, which I think might actually be the end direction that I'll go with. Because the two choices that I was looking at is either do a skirt like this, and then be more liberal about how the split part of the China dress actually goes, because that means that I have a lot of leeway because there's no extra exposed hip area because there's a skirt going over the top of it, or specs. And yes, we have to zoom in that far. It sure is a shame that we can't go wild on the Twitch side and just draw nude models anymore because they rolled back that change. So if it's gonna split inwards, then it'll be more like what, this, having a much thinner turn, and then some kind of skirt coming off the hip. I think we're going to do the standard. The reality of these dresses is that you want to get away with as much thigh as possible, so we're just going to do a short skirt so that we don't make the masses angry at us and instead have the other masses angry at us for over-sexualizing it. By having a short skirt that barely covers over the crotch area. Supply and demand. This is the very peak of it. Okay. So I am very much intrigued on these laceless sneakers, and I need to get myself a pair of these, but on that note, let me just take a better look at these things. They're literally just sneakers with no laces. Like seriously, why has no one introduced this into my life? I need these. Also, if there were laceless office shoes, I'd also like those as well, because those would be brilliant. Dude, it's like literally just regular ass sneakers, but you don't have to tie this stupid bow knot at the end to make sure they stay on your feet. Okay, so literally just do regular sneaker shoes, but no bow knot. Glorious. That is brilliant. So I think we're gonna go with the general prospect of showing as much leg as possible. Might try something like this as well over the split here. We could actually do something similar. I can't remember what these were called, but they were actually had some level of significance in traditional Chinese culture, which I should really know because that is my culture. Even though I'm super whitewashed and I generally have a good excuse to not know. Well, I'll know what this is, probably. Having some way of connecting the slits. Having something to connect the slits also does, in theory, allow the split to happen more aggressively. I think we're going to go with the single body piece here, though, which does result in the split somewhat being visible. It's something like what kind of script to do here. I usually do like frayed. But like this kind of frill skirt that defaults to having some volume might also be good. Because it doesn't look weird even have just volume coming out because of the frills. That's a lot of phi. I think we are going to go with something similar like the modern part, apart from just the sneakers. So a jacket like this, or... Well, I mean, they're basically the same jacket. It's just that this is being worn over both shoulders, and this is not being worn over both shoulders. And the others are wearing business clothes, so... I'm just talking about what the split to be up earlier than around the cleavage area. And do I want the higher collar? Is the higher collar is actually pretty standard, right? Like collar is always like kind of high. So I think we should bring the collar up and around. And then that means that we'll need to either split it like this, where the collar comes around the body, like so, and then we put this into here. Something like that. The chest has to be able to aggressively wrap over the breasts. Okay, so let's just say that is one part. And then we're going to go ahead and partially cover this with some very modern clothing. I think like this kind of bigger, bulkier jacket. Actually, are they wearing the same jacket for the most part? Oh no, she's not. She's got the loose, open sleeves. Even though with a more uniform shape, it's also easier if I want to try and draw any patterns onto it than this kind of big, bulky ones. Managing these kind of lines and if I was to turn this into a VTuber model is really kind of dodgy. Because realistically, all of those lines would have to be on different layers if the creasing is that intense. I do kind of like the idea of like this kind of way of wearing the jacket, because that straightens out the front side of it in a way where if there's any pattern or drawing or image on it in general, it will not crease up in a weird way. So I can work or not worry about creases as I draw it on. So we would do something like that, then we would have this come over the shoulder, have it hang loosely over the breast, have it sharply pull in towards the waist area, which would be about here. Just hang this a bit more loosely. Zip it up right over the top of the body, and then this would just go over the body, and it can stand a bit more taut, and then it will bunch up right about the hip. So this will wrap around the body, and then we can actually have I think, do I want... This is zipper though. Zippers are so freaking annoying to deal with. I can't draw zippers, which is a slight issue. Or I haven't been able to draw zippers very well the couple of times I've tried. Now I should just go with like the loose and not worry about whether there's zippers or not. I mean, these should be button-ups, right? These shouldn't be zippers. It's kind of business coats. I don't even know what she's wearing back there. It's got some like fur thing back there. Yeah, I think it's probably better for me if I just don't try and connect to the bottom. And just, kind of had it stay out on its own, and maybe we'll just do the, kind of stand it like that. Then have the, shoulders coming through. Should it be more of a less creasy kind of cylinder? A cylinder will definitely help if I need to draw any patterns onto there. Into drawing patterns on anything that needs to move is already a giant pain in the butt. When you combine these two together, then you end up with something that ends up like a bit like that. You still give this like a general crease job, where it kind of bunches up against itself as it reaches the hip area. have this. Yeah, actually, we're probably a recipe. Probably go. More like that. Completely validates putting anything to keep the split parts of the skirt together, because this completely covers it, but just goes over the body like this. Should you see anything connecting? There's like nothing connecting Coconut's part together. You can only see the split of her skirt because she's not wearing the jacket properly over one shoulder. Hmm. I mean, she's just wearing business clothes. Or more like agent clothes. I don't think it's going to be a great reference. And of course, we're going to introduce the great world of let's see, go one. I mean, they're literally just laces that go... They do the usual lace thing. But they just go into the back here, and then they don't come back out, which is honestly amazing. All these high tops that look pretty cool as well. So yeah, hold on, let me see if I can get it. Okay, they look pretty much the same, sure. Which is great. It's a great thing that shoes are like one of the few universal things in the world that just don't have much variation between genders. It's still a mystery to me how heeled shoes have made it through evolution in society. Like every person I hear that's ever worn heels just complain about how uncomfortable it is. I mean, look at this beautiful thing. No laces at all. Yeah, it's not like this general tongue area, which stretches out quite a bit, but just go like that into. I think it's happening down here though. This is the bit that actually like keeps it tight or something. Okay, I can't really draw feet at mini great angles, so I'm not going to try too hard during a sketch. Okay, the proportions are completely off, but the idea is there. This should be further forward. I mean, it still has like all your shock absorbing technology of the sneaker bits. So it's not like they're not shoes for running around in. Okay, now the real question is what the heck do I do to the head? The clothing, the hair. Let's see what other people have done. Just any kind of hair that you can fit horns around. Cool, great. You know, people like doing the more wild style. I think I'm still gonna go with something that's less wild in that sense, though. Should do. Let me just Google some stuff. What kind of style do I want up by the head? Actually, hold on. Where is what are they called? Not videos, images. Is there like something that's not just the lion that... Okay, apparently just a lion. Great. Man, I really need to adjust the physical models, like getting a glance at it every now and then, just everything's just flowing together way too much. Okay. I should be doing such a different layer. Actually, wait, no, that one should be... Something closer to that. Is the head turned enough to do that much? Probably not, right? It's probably more like about here. Start looking at the head. I think I just need to like bring this over a bit more. Let me just see if I can find that. Okay, how about... That doesn't help. There's no simpler dragon motif in the history of Lunar New Year that isn't like Xinglong. So I guess it's time to get some Dragon Balls. Holy shit, gotta try and incorporate Xinglong somewhere. I'm really spouting random shit on my ass right now. Maybe I'll go... how about just do something simple like here. We'll go a hairband over the top and flay out bits similar to the lion dance. Might be appropriating the culture a little bit. This is my culture and I'm not going to give as much of a shit about it. So if you're gonna make fun of someone, make fun of yourself. Here we go. So just have like the bits that basically I think it's supposed to represent scales. Don't quote me on that. I don't really know the history of line dancing, nor do I care. I have watched it, I think a grand total of like 4 times. So but we'll kind of have these like kind of fluffy parts coming off like here. I don't want to like bun up the hair in a way. Is there a fun way I can bun up the hair? Just thinking about it. Is there a fun way I can bun up the hair? And honestly, I'm still not sure how it became a lion dance when lions live nowhere close to the eastern part of China. Or eastern part of Asia in general. And what shall we do with the front part of the hair? We just do the usual clump down the front and split it a bit in front of the eyes. Well, actually, let me just... Can I actually position these to look a little bit like ears? We just have them in certain parts of the hairband. Because these things are pretty fluffy. Maybe it'll look like ears from the front. So then on this side we'll have something like... something like that. Where it's also like going out and around. Well, you can't think of a hairstyle for anime style. Clump in the middle. Maybe we'll mix it up a little bit and we'll go... something like that. There's really no variations. I mean, this kind of straight cut is like pretty popular for hold on, let me just bring it up a bit. I'm gonna bring this like between the eyes, will be about there. Actually, wait, no, there should be... Let's just give it a slight adjustment here, yeah. Something closer than that. Maybe we'll also like hang one of those like string thingies that I've seen around the house when I was younger. Where it's just like a whole bunch of like strings like hang off it like that. I don't know what they're called, but they probably should hold some kind of significance. Gonna like probably squish out the shit a little bit in the end, but I'll just bring the shit down a bit more. Maybe I should bring this out a little bit. Okay. We used about an hour. We have kinda jammed something together. Hmm. I'm not gonna try and draw any detailed dragon motifs, at least at this current stage, because who knows how long it's gonna take for me to work out how to draw Shenlong. I'm gonna really need some Dragon Balls for that. Why do I feel like I recognize the building in the back? Oh dear. Hmm. That's not a good sign when you feel like you recognize the building in the back. You don't have to worry about it for like another month or half a month at least in terms of how to draw Shenlong, but I should probably stop calling it Shenlong. Or really are gonna be Dragon Balls after a while. The Dragon Ball Z dragon was called Shenlong. Oh no, was it? Well, they call it Shinru. When they call it Shenlong, right? Because they use the Chinese pronunciation. Shenlong. Dragon Ball. Shenron. Shenron / Shenlong. Yeah, they used the Chinese pronunciation of was it Divine Dragon? Shenron. Shenron's like the English pronunciation for it. I generally like going with a more, motif base rather than adding things like the Fueno parts. As you followed me for a while, you might have noticed that the cat ears and tail eventually removed, in favor of cat-like features instead. I am looking at the horns, which, for our case here, where we are using a more Chinese-style dragon, has basically deer antlers, and I think they're supposed to be more formally similar to coral. I mean, I still draw like animal parts when I'm just doing other art pieces. But for more generalized character design, I usually go about it. At least the bit that I'm interested in character design is much more the outfit and how it makes the character feel overall. Whether that fits the character that's wearing it is a different matter, and that's like not a puzzle to put together. But otherwise, what do we do? Just like a more front-on view. Started by like the shorter hair that's like loose. I mean, it's gone from a bit more of the dragon style to much more of the lion dance dragon style, whereas more like if I keep the hair like that, push it out and curl it, it feels more like a lion than a dragon. As much as a dragon dance at this point is more festive than an actual dragon. Because funnily enough, turns out that dragons would probably make major international headlines if they actually appeared. So, currently not major aspects of daily life compared to dragon dance, which is something that people actually do. I'm really eyeballing this right now without doing a proper. How I just want to like to barely cover the I should really draw a proper skeleton below this to just judge the general size of it. Actually, wait. Place is wrong. Alright, let me just redo this. So what I want to do is actually more of a side-on pose where the body is like... Hmm. Hmm. Doesn't look right. Hmm. Just the bit where I'm just like, wait, what am I doing? Or is it just time for the side-on pose? The full side-on? Hmm. Okay. I think it might help if I don't. That's not right. Pump the chest out. Body goes forward. Then it comes back into the hip. Like so. Mostly more like this, right? It's actually just a slightly turned back at this point. This is really the shoulder. That doesn't point this way. This points a bit this way. Why do I complicate this? um, more leg. Lower hip. Okay, so now we look at both of these images. This lets me look at it a bit clearer. Mhm. Um, Mhm. Mhm. Still don't know what these things are called. I'll find out at some point. Hmm. Probably I should bid it earlier, shouldn't it? Mhm. It's like the folds that are right at the top should come over the top of the body a little bit. Mhm. Mhm. Oh, I was not trying to do. Oh, but don't change my workspace. That's really inconvenient. Um, um, um. Actually, I could probably just look more at the what's that? Mm-hmm. Mm. Why I like position a foot like this? That just makes it a lot harder. Oh, whatever. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, whatever, something like that. But probably they're going to be drawing these shoes from this angle anyway, apart from doing a detail shot, which we could just take these shoe references and draw them on their own, and we don't have to worry about it. Mm-hmm. Mm. Probably should include something that goes around the back as well. Hmm. I mean, you can clearly see that I had absolutely zero idea what I was doing with the feet. That is really quite long. Probably just go like, meh. It doesn't feel quite as ridiculous. You can really tell how much of a hard sketch that was. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay. Let me just save this somewhere before I lose it. What do I call this? Um, um, um. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay, let's see. Okay, I probably do actually care a little bit about the over shape here, so let's just go. Whoop. Mm-hmm. Just do like a base here for me to work with. Probably for this will be better not to have the very clean connection up here, but just have like a more of a bit like this. Like a vague idea how to draw hair buns. But usually when it comes to like these kind of hair buns, that's also a good place to kind of stick out how the shit wrong ones go. Just have to be like what? Like sort of just have these point backwards as well, very purposely. Kind of help. Also, like, kind of a point upwards. I shouldn't actually have them pointing outwards, they just need to point out, up and out. Hum, hum, hum. Especially because of the shoulder at this height. Having all the hair at the back being pulled up into like rather small bun, but like a big bun, like that maybe. Maybe the bit that has like the hair braid ring around the edge, along with the massive hair here. Braid or roughly drops it, it will look a bit like that. Probably not have the hair sticking out the hair then. Probably should actually have that higher up on the head. Okay, that's a very poorly drawn lion dance head. It's like having a snaking dragon curling down the hair. Well, that's also like a possible concept. You know, I'm actually gonna get this and just actually put it into this as well, so that it's like part of this file. I feel like I'll use this again at some point. mean, general question is like, how do I not make it symmetrical while also maintaining some variance in the silhouette? I mean, all of the concepts in general have something that will do a bit for the silhouette, so it shouldn't be a problem. Hmm. Well, it's the standard for the Chinese dragon. I mean, this is a version of, say, Chinese dragon, but everyone recognizes it, so it's Shenron. I mean, this is literally like a standard depiction of the long serpent-like Eastern dragon with a bit of its lion's mane around the back of the jaw area, and I mean, they always have the long extended snout, which is pretty consistent between all dragons in terms of standard mythology. The dragons in various medias have branched away from that, but for the most part, it's just what mythological lizards when it comes down to it, right? I mean, the good thing about Shenron is that it's literally just your standard, was it Eastern dragon? Long serpent, maybe arms, and the coral appendages for horns. At least I believe it's supposed to be coral. Because usually, a lot of time, it's also depicted in some stories. What was it? I mean, it's pretty popular with what? Is it Orihime? The Japanese version of Pandora's Box. Usually they have like a sea dragon and that kind of feature. It'll be usually the this kind of serpent dragon, rather than the fat lizard dragons of the West. Well, that's a tiny image. Well, I'll do. We also have Toru with her horns here. I mean, her dragon form's closer, well, the body is closer to the Western dragon, but otherwise, you don't really see these kind of horns on Western dragons very often. Usually they're gonna have horns as like actual, just single appendage horns. Similar to, was it, like bulls? Or buffaloes? I guess it's like, was it the ram horns that Ilulu has? Because Akana doesn't really have horns. Or she has like really small horns. Because her horn sticks straight up, pretty much. I mean, she's probably got like actually the most standard of Western dragon horns. It's just that her dragon form is like the most pop culture style dragon, like a big round fitted dragon. Let's see. On dragon. Because Kana's dragon form is like fitted and furry, but it's got like the most standard of like horns when it comes to Western dragons. Alright, but I think this will do for today in terms of very quick concepting. The fact that I slammed something out within an hour without getting or without looking at it and getting critically pissed, it's generally a good sign in terms of getting something out. It is actually, in terms of the needed parts, incredibly simple, which is kind of how I want to keep it if I want to have it workable within a set time frame, especially if I do turn it into a VTuber model with the full range of movements. Because right now, looking at it, it's like the top of the body is not that many pieces, the bottom of the body is not that many pieces, there's not that many pieces hanging, there's not that many detail pieces exposed except near the head area. So I think I will want to keep the this little ornament hanging to the side visible from the front. That's how I'll probably need to keep it, because that will be a detail piece for the head. I think I'm going to try and keep the remainder of the dragon motif to the clothing, which basically means I need to learn how to draw Shinron flat on the clothing, standard to a lot of koi piles. Or the usual way it's attached to these china dresses, which is to well, basically the whiskey sake, basically like that, where the dragon's like printed onto her dress. Because these dresses, the main notable thing about them is that in the upper body, until it reaches the split at the hip, they're pretty much body tight. Because you can very clearly see the protrusions and creases created by her breasts here, and also the creases here from her crotch area. Because you can very clearly see the V shape of her crotch here, which is generally, I feel like a core defining feature of these kind of dresses, is how tight they actually are to the body. I mean, I think we'll be going closer to something with like coconut here, where we've got the skirt at the front, so the only part of the body that will be keeping very skin tight will be the chest area and the waist area. Beyond that, we can be a bit looser. And then we can also add a pattern to the outside of the jacket, similar to, I can't remember what this girl's name is. She's not one of the playable characters, so I don't actually know her name. She's just part of one of the event stories and I never paid attention to the story. But having like a simple pattern on the outside here is also something that's possible. And we keep the chest not quite as wide, it'll be also easier to manage a pattern on the outside where the well, actually, it's more as long as we keep the jacket from creasing, we actually have quite a lot of leeway with how we can do a pattern here, especially since I'm covering the split. Unless I shorten this, because we can actually bring the jacket up to like the waist. Look very short. It's like what? That period where the biker girl gangs were very popular. Or I think it was like also like the really short vest that some people like to do for cowgirls. Like that kind of length. We're not going to be exposing the midriff. We're going to keep most things actually quite covered, so the only other matter is, do we have it zipped up like this girl, or do we do the standard VTuber model maneuver that everyone has to do, which is why I've also done it, which is to not wear one shoulder. Well, that can wait. That's got half a month to wait, so alright, so thank you very much for watching today's session of character design. Have a concept ready to go for January. Very loosely dragon themed, similar to how the rabbit last year was also very loosely themed with just a few accessories. See if I can attach more dragon motifs, which will probably the dress, notably, and maybe something along the hair somewhere. It has to be somewhere around the hair somewhere. We'll need something, whether it's hanging or whether I just keep the lion dance scales attached to the hairband, which I think is actually an okay idea for something that's like not directly dragon but festive, because it is not fully dragon themed, but this is being made for the Lunar New Year, which is the year of the dragon. And it will include dragon dances or lion dances, even though every year includes lion dances regardless of whether it's the year of the dragon or not, because it's like what, 12, 14 something animals. I lost count. I knew the number at one point, but I don't know anymore. So alright, so we'll continue along with the Blue Archive, Kotatsu, GDD girls sitting around Kotatsu, hopefully into an animation coloring, of which we're on the background next week. So if you want to see more of that, remember to subscribe on the YouTubes or follow on the Twitch. Leave a like because it helps me out, and I'll see you all next time.